between the Seattle Seahawks and the Las Vegas Raiders. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. There's Garoppolo to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down.
Yard gain on the play. First down, Seahawks.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Up to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. He's got a man, complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, man. They're putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Ready! Take pass. Mustang 19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Safety Ranger. Trap 60, trap 60. Rig. 18, right in. 19 tight.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. First carry here for Ken Walker. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Play action. Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard
line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
2nd and 11. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there at 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
19 Wyatt. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. The Raiders at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
9 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, Garoppolo going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he's forced out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 79 Broncos. Come 19, come 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
2nd and 9 now. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
No check, no check.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Darius Slayton, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll look to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught here by Adams.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Second and 5. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Okay, ready?
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll drop to throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
65-yard attempt.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out. And that'll do it for this 1st half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, but I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Josh Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Raiders 13. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
On the tackle. Tackle back at the 28-yard line.
1918.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyquan Thornton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Seahawks 31, Raiders 13. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground.
23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Josh Allen getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He'll look to throw.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Slot man moves right.
Grab 50. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Come on.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Pat the 60. 18, 5 years.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes You go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
You have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 37.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
At the Seahawks 17-yard line.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And now here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
16 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Garoppolo. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Going for it all. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Lutz good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Raiders 13. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed it in.
Yeah.